everyone. Welcome back to the Tabletop Tavern Campaign 2, Eylas U. I am your Dungeon Master now and forever. My name is Jenny, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm going to allow my beautiful, wonderful, talented players to introduce themselves, starting with the fabulous, the flirty, the denim-clad today. A very queer look. Stacy.
Thank you. My name is Stacy. I use she, her pronouns, and today I'm going to be playing Rosalie Motley.
Hi, I'm Pippin. I use they, them, and I'm playing Vesper Thornquill.
Hi, I'm Cam. I also use they, them, and I am playing Essie Hepburn.
Hello, everyone. I'm Victoria. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Fleur Farrow.
I'm Doe. My pronouns are also she, her. I'm also wearing denim today, but it's fine. And I play Ian Farrow.
Okay, you know that the first person to get introduced gets all the compliments and acknowledgement of their outfits. Last campaign it was Vic, this campaign it is Stacy. If you want to change it, you're the graphic designer who put yourself on the overlay, not in the first place for introductions.
This is a fair point. Peace and love, though.
I'm sorry.
Please, don't fight. I hate it when we fight.
The twins fighting.
Speaking of fighting, last episode on the Tabletop Tavern, the party embarked on their very first quest. They traveled up north to the town bordering the edge of the Sea of Trees Headwaters National Forest. There, they stayed in a motel, really frustrated, nice motel worker who was really just trying to live his life. Found out a little bit more about the Sea of Trees from a strange chain-smoking lesbian wood elf. We've all been there. And then they headed on into the forest itself. Once there, they followed their intrepid ranger, Ian, and his good boy, Aspen, throughout the forest, hot on the trails of the Displacer Beast. However, they found out from their good elf friend, not really a friend, not really good, that there were in fact 2 Displacer Beasts that they were hunting. And when last we left off, the party had just grown a little bit bigger with a brand new addition. We pick up where we left off right at the beginning of combat. I have gone ahead and given you all some information about what the initiative looks like for this battle, which I think is great because we can just hop right into it. You emerge in a clearing. The trees here are thick, the foliage dark. The light here is almost blocked out by just how many branches entangle overhead. You can see beautiful pink bushes of flowers blooming from underneath these trees. They almost look like summer plants, even though it's very nearly fall. You can also see in front of you 2 glowing ponds. They are covered with these big, beautiful lily pads, these blooming magenta flowers, and they emanate this strange, ethereal turquoise light. Standing around the edges of these ponds, you see 2 giant Displacer Beasts. Their maws dripping blood and foamy, frothy spittle. Bearing down on them are 3 blink dogs. These thin, sort of scruffy-looking dogs that pop in and out of existence as you stand there. Next to them, not where you left him, is Aspen, the goodest boy. He does still have a bite mark on his leg from where Essie's new friend asserted their dominance, and he is snarling at the Displacer Beast. He appears to have almost like a pack-like connection to these blink dogs. So, that is where we begin. You walk into the clearing, and as you take in the sight in front of you, one of the Displacer Beasts looks up and snarls. First initiative is Vesper.
Great. I am gonna say, let me check how far this is. Cool. I see Aspen having disappeared and now reappeared, and it's still looking injured. So I'm gonna go past, go up to Ian, and movement. I think that might be enough. I cannot move this thing.
Pippin is struggling with Roll20, as we all do.
Let me live. Let me roll. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. I don't even care at this point. I'm gonna move my move. How did that even happen?
Is that the box you're at?
Where are you trying to go?
I'm just gonna go past Ian. It keeps moving my whole screen for anyone wondering. So it's like it'll scroll up and down the map. To be in range, I am now within range. It's fine. It's 60 feet. And I'm going to cast Shatter on the Displacer Beast closest to Aspen. And see what happens.
You're gonna cast Shatter. Okay.
Yes, that is a DC 15 con save.
All right.
Pop off, Vesper.
So this is a con save. It's not an attack, correct?
It's not a ranged weapon attack, but it is a cast a spell action.
Okay, but there's no attack roll, so it's a saving throw.
It's just the save.
All right, awesome. This is a DC 15 dexterity save. It rolled a 14. What happens?
On a failed save, it takes 3d8 thunder damage. So give me a moment.
Oh my word.
That is 14 thunder damage.
All right, so you cast Shatter on this Displacer Beast closest to Aspen, and as you do, you watch as it sort of, the first half of the spell catches it, and there's like this shaking thunder that emanates from your spell, but you watch it seem to sidestep out of its own body and then back. And you sense that this spell didn't do as much damage as it could have.
Weird.
All right. Next in initiative is that very same Displacer Beast. All right. It is a 10-foot reach. Is a fey creature, so it doesn't need to. Or it makes its home on the Feywild plane, so it doesn't have to do that. So it is going to move. I agree with Pippin. This is hard. That was 5 feet.
I had to zoom out completely so that it would just be the whole map and wouldn't scroll around.
It gets 10 feet away from you, and one of these long tentacles snaps out. You hear this strange rubbery noise, and you notice that the end of the tentacles are barbed.
Oh, gross.
Let's see. Crit fail does not hit.
Noise.
However, it uses its multi-attack. A nat 20 does hit.
No.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I'll do it.
Alright, let me just quickly roll that. So it does 14 times 2. It does 28 damage to you, Vesper.
Great.
Oh my god. That's
as this tentacle sort of like digs itself into your flesh, and you feel it like rip as it pulls back away. And there's this like, you know that noise when you like step into mud and it's really wet? It's like
Yes.
It makes that noise as it releases from you.
Oh,
Leaving this
Get more
like
damage from the sensory experience of that noise than anything else.
and
that's actually 50% of the damage.
there's a hole now in your shirt, and underneath it you can see like the sucker marks of a tentacle. All right.
Ew.
Next in initiative, you also have the initiative list, all of y'all, so you should keep an eye on that. This blink dog here, eyes on the prize, baby. It's gonna go after the closest Displacer Beast. It lunges forward and goes to attack this creature. Fortunately, let's see, I have to roll with disadvantage. Ooh, that's a 5. It does not hit. All right, next in initiative is going to be Essie.
Beautiful. I am going to go here. Let me right next to Vesper.
All right.
And
so close.
and I'm going to hit him with a second level Thunder Wave, the Displacer Beast directly in front of me.
All right.
So that's going to be a con saving throw from them.
All right. That's an 8. I'm assuming that's a fail.
That's a fail.
Can you roll for damage?
14 thunder damage.
You like get next to Vesper and project your voice as loud as you possibly can. What do you say?
I'm gonna belt the high.
Sorry.
Aspen goes crazy as you make the noise.
I'm gonna belt the high note in defying gravity.
So you belt it, and it is
That's you.
very loud. It cannot be said that it is on key, but it is earth-shakingly loud. You watch as basically the sound wave from your voice ripples the water of the pond closest to you and collides with this Displacer Beast. Again, you see its body almost step out of itself. You see 2 of these creatures and then come back into one and only catch, again, the beginning of your spell. You get the sense that this didn't do as much damage as you intended, just like Vesper's spell.
How far? And I might need to roll a perception for this, so please tell me if this isn't possible as a bonus action. But about, like, what's the distance that, like, it, like, stepped away from itself, that I saw it, like, divide for a second?
It's a little difficult to tell.
Yeah, I figured it was, like, a split second, so I might not be able to do this, but...
It looked like it was standing about 5 feet away from its actual location.
Left or right?
To the right.
Noted. Okay. Cool.
All right, Rosalie.
Face.
Okay.
I'm thinking, I'm having the thoughts as liquid.
Dots connecting.
I'm also going to move right next to Essie.
You're all gonna give me heart attacks.
The casters
You
getting as close as
motherfuckers.
possible to this is actually
Holy
fantastic.
shit, y'all.
I could not have predicted this outcome, but I'm nonetheless pleased.
Listen, we're not smart.
I needed to roll better in initiative to avoid this outcome.
My friends
I
are
am
in
my
trouble.
most trustworthy primary source.
Oh my god.
So I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on. Let me see at my 20-foot, so I don't draw it before. Or I might just draw it. Alright, 1 second.
I'm a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
so
a bit
going to
stressed
cast-
about fire in the forest, Stacy.
Fairy
think it's
fire
fire.
isn't
Oh, the
actually
fairy fire's
fire.
Yeah, it's a debuff.
Okay, thank God.
So I believe this is a 20-foot circle. I can be corrected on that. Or cube? No, it's a cube.
It's a 20-foot cube.
1 second.
That's awesome.
You can control
tiny
Z to get
circle
rid
on
of
the
that,
top
Stacy.
Thank you.
Don't kill me.
It won't get rid of it.
All right, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, kiddo.
Draw a shape.
I got you.
You got it?
Yeah, I deleted it.
Oh, thank you.
Where do you want to cast this?
Kind of, I want to do it in the center because I'm trying to get them all in there.
I don't know if you
kind of where that pond is. I kind of.
You could probably, if you do it in a square like this, that's the diagonal of the square, you could get both of them.
Okay.
So you want to do it like right here?
Is that?
That's a 20-foot
That gets
square.
both of them.
Yeah, sweet. There's so many squares. Okay.
All right.
I think one is the one you want.
Okay.
Oh, Stacy, can you control Z?
I did. Control Z.
All right, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just taking a
So
bit.
you cast Fairy Fire. No, I deleted
Yes.
it.
Thank you.
That is a concentration spell.
Yes.
Any attack roll has advantage. Okay, awesome. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon and use it correctly this time.
Spiritual weapon. Is that a leveled spell?
Yes, that is a second level spell.
Is Fairy Fire a leveled spell?
That's just a... I don't think so.
It's a first level spell.
It's first level.
So you
Yes,
can't
yes.
cast both of those in the same turn.
Got it. That's fine. And so then that'll be... Can I don my shield then?
Yeah.
Alright, then I'll just don my shield.
So you cast Fairy Fire. You watch as just these multitudes of tiny dancing women surround these creatures, and the entire grove fills with just this flickering violet red light. You also then pull the shield off your back that you've been carrying and hold it in place. Next in initiative is going to be Fleur. You're muted. Babe.
I know. Okay, I'm very excited. First thing I'm gonna go into a rage.
Awesome. Bonus action rage.
Yes. Then I'm gonna move 25 feet to here.
Awesome.
Then I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna hit it. And I get advantage on that because it's
you
Fairy
do
Fire,
not,
right?
because so the Displacer Beast, as you approach it, you watch as it moves to its left.
So can
you
I
have
move?
Disadvantage on its attack because you are unsure of where it actually is. Therefore, the
I
advantage
still have 5
cancels.
feet of movement, though. So can I move that 5 feet that it just moved to be right up against it?
You don't know where it actually is. There
I
are
was gonna say, if I
multiple
saw it
versions
shift,
of this
damn.
creature shifting
So
around
it's just
in
a
front of you.
straight.
But
So it's-
Fairy Fire would
It's a
cancel out
straight
that.
roll.
So it's a straight
Yeah,
roll.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thoughts and prayers.
So this is a Displacer Beast.
I'm gonna assume that.
displacement.
Wait.
An 11 does
11
not
does
hit.
not hit. I didn't
No.
think so. Okay. So then I'm gonna use my final 5 to move back here.
Okay. And that's it? Yes.
That's all I can do.
All right. Next
I get a
up,
second attack in a level, and then it's over for you bitches.
Next up is this second blink dog. That is this one here. This blink dog swivels around, lunges forward, and looks like it's about to attack this Displacer Beast. But then you watch as it disappears and reappears right here. It jumps up to Essie, and gives the dog tied to Essie's chest a kiss. Anyone within 5 feet of this creature is going to have pack tactics.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, yo.
Now kiss.
Next up in initiative is Blink Dog 3. Blink Dog 3 is this one. This one does turn and moves to attack the Displacer Beast. It does not have disadvantage because of that. A 16 does hit. So it sinks its teeth into this Displacer Beast, and you hear this like loud, angry meowing, like when a cat's really hungry. You know, like meow. You hear that, and it ends with a furious hiss that covers everyone in front of it with just like all of this blood and saliva. Next is Ian.
To use my true sight, they just have to be within 30 feet, right?
Correct.
All right. So I think Ian is going to kind of focus on this Displacer Beast and see if he can figure out where it keeps disappearing to. Or
This one right here?
yeah, that one.
Ian, you don't see this one disappearing at all. It stays precisely where it is. You have advantage on attacks on these creatures because True Sight shows things as they are. You
Hell
cannot be fooled by the Displacer Beast's displacement.
Yay! Finally, Ian can do something. Okay, I'm gonna pull out my longbow, And I am going to notch an arrow and try and hit that exact same Displacer Beast.
This one right here?
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Does a 20 hit?
20 does hit.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, I have to delete. I'm trying to delete this little square and it's not going away.
Sorry.
Alright, he does 12 piercing damage.
12 piercing damage. Very nice. All right.
And then after having made a successful attack, I want him to use concentration to mark this Displacer Beast as a favored foe.
Oh.
Very nice.
And then I'm going to... I can't call Aspen right now because I used my bonus action, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I am toward the turn.
All right. That means it is Aspen's turn because Aspen moves on Ian's initiative. Aspen goes into a full sprint and winds up right behind this Displacer Beast, and you watch as he lunges forward. Can you roll an attack roll for me, Doe?
You bet.
A 15 hits.
Hell yeah. Let's see.
So it's gonna do 7 damage. Awesome. 761. Sorry, local woman can't subtract 7 from a number.
Yeah.
I have one college degree and the majority of a second one.
Okay, math.
All right. Next,
You know,
in
numbers
initiative.
are hard. It's okay.
That's very true. All right, this Displacer Beast. Okay, it's going to take an attack. It's going to get an attack of opportunity taken on it, but it is going to take its full movement, which is 40 feet, to... You watch as it sails over the top of its friend's head, its ally's head, and swivels around to face you all, which I would do if I could get this damn swivel to work. We are first going to draw that attack from that blink dog. It's an 8, does not hit. And then a attack from the other one that it passes. It passes by 2 blink dogs, both of which move to snap at it, neither of which manage to really make purchase on this creature. Oh my god, why is this not letting me rotate? It's so aesthetically displeasing. Whatever. It moves to attack Essie.
Really?
Yes. Essie, you are standing there, this dog strapped to your front, and this tentacle snaps out to you.
In any way, can I turn my back slightly so the tentacle only hits me and not the dog that
Yes,
I'm holding?
absolutely. The first tentacle, as you, swivel, the Displacer Beast almost seems confused by the turn, and the tentacle, kind of flicks back again, but then it re-slices it out towards you. Does a 23 hit?
Does a 23 hit?
Does a 23
No,
hit?
Jenny, it doesn't. Yes, it does.
Awesome. You take 12 just 12 bludgeoning damage as it thwacks you. I'm sorry, 12 damage as it thwacks you, and then you can feel those sharp suckers sink into your skin, and as it releases, it makes that same sound that it made to Vesper. All right.
I hate it.
Ew.
Eyes.
Next in initiative is Vesper. Speak of the devil.
Lovely. I'm going to cast Mind Sliver on the one directly in front of me that just attacked Essie. I'm gonna try and focus, and I can't tell quite where it is, but it's an intelligence DC 15 saving throw. Hopefully it doesn't matter as much.
Okay, so it's what's the saving throw? It's intelligence?
Intelligence, DC 15.
Vesper. Oh, I rolled a 15, but it has -2 to intelligence, so it got a 13.
So is dumb.
How much damage does it do?
It does 1d6. Let me roll for it. It does 1d6 psychic. It did 6 psychic damage. I make its goddamn like theta waves like just oscillate at incredible frequencies and hurt its poor unintelligent brain.
And then I have to subtract a d4 from the next saving throw?
You subtract a d4 from the next saving throw.
So
before the end of your next turn.
You do that. You kind of again mess with the theta waves in its brain. You watch as its eyes narrow in pain. But can I give a insight check, Vesper? And you can do this with advantage.
Happily. Oh, lovely.
Ooh, 20, nice.
Oh my word.
You get the feeling, as you look at this beast, that, again, this spell just didn't do as much damage as you were expecting. Something about this creature, or these creatures, just is avoidant to spell attacks.
Fucking do though.
Do you have a bonus action that you want to do?
I'm not a bonus action, but oh, never mind. I don't take an attack of opportunity if it's a teleport, correct?
Correct.
Then I'm going to Misty Step back behind the party, safely next to Ian, at the very least.
A beautiful classic wizard move from Pippin there.
And that's all. That's all she wrote.
That's all, folks. All right. Next in initiative, who wants to help me out here? Displacer Beast 1, which is the Displacer Beast you just moved away. Well, this one is Displacer Beast 1. Fleur, it's gonna move to attack you. It shoots out one of those long tentacles towards you. Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
All right, let's gonna try one more time. Does a 23 hit?
Believe it or not, it does. I know, it's shocking.
In shocking news today, a 23.
A stunning turn of events.
This creature shoots out a tentacle at you, and you bat it away with your hammer. And as you do so, a second tentacle from its back shoots out and latches directly onto your face. Gross. You kind of like drop your hammer momentarily to pull it off. And you manage to, but there's like this large tentacle sort of like sucker-shaped bruise. A series of sucker-shaped bruises on your face.
Looks good, Fleur!
You take 14 damage halved to 7 because you are raging. And this is piercing and bludgeoning. Alright, this creature is now going to... It's gonna just move slightly over so it doesn't exit your range for attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on, exit. Let's go. Give me an opportunity. Wait, do I get an attack of opportunity on
No,
it?
you don't, because it does not exit your threatened area.
I'm just learning how opportunity attacks work, so...
Alright, next in initiative is the first Blink Dog. Blink Dog 1. Blink Dog 1, sort of inconveniently located here. Blink Dog 1 is going to use its 40 feet of blink. So it barks. You hear like a... You know, like when dogs want to play and they do that high-pitched bark at you? It does a... And then teleports directly to here. And let's see, is that a... Yeah, that's an action. So it then barks at you all again, and you watch it kind of square up to fight this Displacer Beast. Next is Essie.
Okay. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers at 2nd level. It's a continuous spell, so once I cast it once. This thing's gonna be stuck for a minute. 5 feet cube to the Displacer Beast to my left.
This one.
So right there. Yes, right there.
Where do you want it? Like on its head?
I've got the arrow.
I want it slightly to... I don't want to do it slightly to the right because
like
then it'll get
here?
Fleur and Blink Dog. But yeah, I feel like it's not quite where it is supposed to be.
Headshot?
Headshot? I'll put it, like right there.
Alright, so you cast Blood Daggers there.
It's a headshot, and also a little bit, in case it is not where it says it is, it might hit it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay, 44 slashing damage. 9 slashing damage.
Alright, that's 2. Displacer Beast 2. Which, it's worth noting, Essie has done all of the damage to that one particular Displacer Beast. Awesome. Do you have a bonus action?
As my bonus action, I would like to give Fleur a little bardic inspiration.
How do you inspire Fleur?
I'm going to... I can only do one at a time. One creature at a time.
Yes.
Currently. So I will inspire Fleur by saying... They just look like freckles. They just look like freckles. They're really cute. Trust me.
Yeah, not feeling great about it. Gonna be honest.
You can blend it. We can blend it out.
That's the plan. I've got a solid foundation.
Next initiative is Rosalie.
All right. I'm going to do... I'm gonna don off my shield. 1 second, so I do that. And then I'm going to cast 2nd level Guiding Bolt at Displacer number 1, the one directly in front of me.
Sounds good.
Did I hit?
No.
Oh, damn. All right.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. That's all I can do.
Cast Guiding Bolt, and it shoots through this like sort of like altering, weird Displacer Beast, and you realize that the creature is not where you thought it was.
Okay. And that will be it. Can I don on my shield again?
If you took it off this round, you cannot put it back on in the same round.
Then that is it.
All right.
My turn.
Yes, Fleur.
I haven't done this yet, but I'm gonna go into a frenzy because I'm in a rage, which means I can use my bonus action as an attack. So we've got 2 attacks, Betsy's. I didn't know this. I'm learning. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and hit the Displacer Beast. This one, I think the one to my right, because right now it kind of So I'm gonna do this one.
Okay.
A 10 does not hit, but can I use my Bardic Inspiration die on that?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a D6, right?
Yes.
It'll probably have to hit a 5 or a 6 in order to make this happen, but it did not happen. It's a 2. But I'm gonna go in for the second attack. Wait, question.
Answer.
No, advantage doesn't stack. Never mind.
Advantage does not stack.
Yeah, okay. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit.
Fuck yes. That does 8 slashing damage.
Awesome. You, your first attack, you kind of go and you swing and you hit air as you swing for one of the multitudes of repeated Displacer Beasts you see in front of you. The second time, you get wise and aim for one of the ones you're convinced isn't the real Displacer Beast and actually make contact with your axe. And you did the one to your right, correct?
Yes, this one.
All right, next in initiative is Blink Dog 2. Blink Dog 2 has just been hanging out here. It is going to... Blink Dog 2 has not used it. No, Blink Dog 2 has used its teleport. It is going to take the disengage action as it sort of like stares up at this beast. And it just sort of sprints around Rosalie to hide behind her. Rosalie, you will still get pack tactics, and as will Essie and Ian.
What does pack tactics
Flurry
do again?
do not. So you are going to have advantage when you are 5 feet within the... When you are within 5 feet of this particular ally.
Thank you.
And it can only sustain it by not attacking. All right, next is Blink Dog 3. Blink Dog 3 is hanging out here. Blink Dog 3 lunges forward to this Displacer Beast. It just rolls a flat attack. An 8 does not hit. It lunges forward and you watch it go for the wrong creature. And it sort of comes up looking kind of disappointed at itself. It looks back at you and tucks its little tail between its legs, and you realize that it's probably been trained to actually hit. Next is Ian.
Okay, so which one did I hit last time? 1?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to first and foremost call Aspen to disengage and come to my side. / right in front of Vesper.
Let's see. So Aspen, can you move Aspen back just for a second?
Yep.
So Aspen, how many feet of movement does Aspen have?
50.
Jesus.
Okay, Aspen has 50.
He can mow.
15, 25, 35, 45, 50. All right. Just wanted to make sure because Aspen can only disengage once. So it would involve not running through here. So that's totally fine. I made it work. We're good.
Okay. Thank you. And then I'm going to turn to Vesper and say, Ves, in his collar, he's got some chapstick. It'll help a little. Oh, sorry. Some lip spackle. My bad.
Lip spackle.
Yeah. And then I am going to, once again, notch arrow into my longbow, and I am going to aim at Displacer 1. Get you a roll, give me a sec.
This is Displacer 1.
Also, does everyone else just appear to be having, like, really bad hit today to Ian? Like, what's the vibe there?
Ian... Yeah, it looks like you are watching Fleur repeatedly lunge after an empty space of grass. You are watching these dogs just totally fail to get where these creatures are.
As he does this and once he makes... So it's a 21. I assume that
So you have advantage because you have true sight, so you can go ahead and roll to see if you hit a nat 20.
Oh, okay. Not so much.
Okay, so a 21 does hit.
Perfect. And then I get to do 1d8 plus 4. I'm going to roll that, but I'm also going to add on my 1d4 for
Favored foe?
Favored foe.
Okay.
So that's 4 plus 1, so 5. 5
so it's
damage.
9 piercing damage, because it's 1d4 plus 4 plus 1.
Oh, sorry. Yes, 9 piercing damage.
Right, so you rolled 9 piercing damage. Awesome. You lodge this arrow in this beast pelt, and it lets out another roar, and you watch as just like this spray of blood and spit coats Rosalie.
Oh, Bessie.
He's like, shit, sorry, Rosalie.
How's it looking?
It looks like pretty injured. It looks like Ian's lodged that arrow in there. You see that it is bleeding. The one on the left,
way less,
appears to also be bleeding about the same amount.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna yell out to Fleur and be like, "Can you see? Are you blind? Hit it!"
There's 2. Are you saying there isn't? Shut up,
just
Ian.
Saying, make contact with the one you're trying to hit.
You don't think I'm not trying, Ian?
Doesn't look
As
like
the twins argue, this Displacer Beast 2 Let me see. What does Displacer Beast 2 do? It is going to move out of your range, Flurse. You are going to get an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
And it moves sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I want it to be. Yeah, it moves here. So you're going to roll an attack of opportunity. You do have disadvantage.
It's okay. It was an 8.
All
Doesn't
right.
even need it.
You roll you lunge to attack, and again, you just swing it where it absolutely is not. Your axe passes through the Displacer Beast. You could have sworn was in front of you. As you do that, you hear a suction noise as this creature shoots out a tentacle towards Ian. Ian, what is your armor class?
It is 15.
So a 21 hits.
Sure does.
Oh.
You take 12 damage as this tentacle just rips through your shirt with its like sharp, piercing suckers and digs into your flesh. A second tentacle, with the first one still holding onto you, shoots out towards Essie.
What?
Essie does a 15 hit.
Yes, bestie.
I was gonna say, methinks it does.
You take 12 damage as another tentacle just sort of like it wraps itself around your upper arm and lets go with like this squelching noise as both of these tentacles release from you both at the same time. Next up is Blink Dog.
Ew.
1. All right.
Is that Ian's national park shirt? I call out, I can mend that.
Well, it's not the same one that Rosalie has. It's a different national park shirt.
Okay.
Was it 15 or 12 damage?
It was 12 damage.
12 damage, okay.
Yeah, 15 to hit, 12 damage.
Okay.
This Blink Dog rolls to bite. A 5 does not hit. Why can't any of these fucking dogs roll? All right, Essie,
Neither
it's
can
now
Fleur.
your turn.
It's okay.
Okay, beautiful. So I am going to go right here, so I'm within 5 feet of the displacer on my left.
So you do... Oh, no, you don't, because it's got a 10 feet reach. Essie. You're really,
I have
playing
an
the
idea.
system. You are playing the system here. Okay, keep going.
I have
Sorry.
an idea. I have a rapier and a dagger. And I also happen to have my buddy here with me.
You do.
Who happens also to have keen hearing and smell. So advantage on perception checks that rely hearing or smell. I would say that this dog enjoys me, yes. So I don't need to make an animal handling or a charisma throw or anything like that. So I'll go down to the pup, who I will reveal the name of eventually in this session.
Oh, I can't wait.
And I'm gonna go, buddy, can you help me out really quick and tell me where to hit? And based on the way that he points his little nose, or how I interpret it, I'm going to go for my rapier and then throw my dagger.
Okay, so you are
That's
looking
two
for
weapon fighting
a perception check from it, right?
from the pup. Advantage because of
Essie
keen
carries.
hearing.
Essie, you can go ahead and roll with no disadvantage to attack. The dog sort of like, you feel its little tongue come up and lick the bottom of your chin.
Oh,
A 24
let's go.
does hit. Is that a crit?
It is not, but it was one away.
So you lunge forward with this rapier and just drive it into this creature's pelt.
And
It
I would
lets
also
out.
like to hit with my dagger, please.
Ooh, you're gonna do that offhand attack. All right, so you just dig it into its pelt. Since you already hit and you know where it is because of that check, you can also roll this one with. Go ahead and roll damage. You all watch as Essie just goes to town on this thing, and you get the feeling that whatever they've just done has injured this creature significantly. There's like a river of blood pouring from it as it snarls and snaps at her. Next in initiative is Rosalie.
I only have one thing I think I'm going to do, and I'm going to let me just double check everyone fits. Everyone fits. All right, I'm gonna do a prayer of healing for the second level, so I can just roll that, right?
Is prayer of healing a 10-minute cast?
No, it's instantaneous.
Okay.
Banging.
What am I thinking of? No, the cast time is 10 minutes.
Oh no.
Oh,
its duration is instantaneous, but it's so you cannot do prayer of healing.
Okay, never mind. I will unclick. Damn. All right, then I do have a question. Can I do a cantrip and then a
So it depends what the cantrip is. What cantrip are you thinking?
Sacred Flame.
What level is Sacred Flame?
It's just what do you mean what level?
It's a cantrip, right?
Well, so cantrips can be leveled spells.
Oh. I doesn't tell me.
So if it's a level 0 on your sheet, you can cast that as an action and then cast a bonus action leveled spell.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I will just do Sacred Flame towards Displacer Beast number 1 here.
All right, and that's a dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
Does a 14 succeed?
No.
All right, go ahead and roll that d8. You cast Sacred Flame, and your fingers come alight with fire and magic, and you watch some of the fur singe off of this beast. But you get the feeling that, again, it's odd. It's as if it doesn't take as much damage as it should. Okay. All right, next in initiative.
I want to do my bonus action.
Oh, right. You have a bonus action, sorry.
Yes, and I'll do a healing word towards Essie.
Okay. What do you say to Essie to heal them?
What do I say? Oh, that's my roomie. Aww.
I love you, Rosie.
I love that. Did I click it already? Yes.
Yeah, 11.
Nice.
All right, next up is Fleur.
Thoughts and prayers that Fleur will actually hit one of her 2 attacks. Does a 22 hit?
Fleur, yes.
It's still in the box.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm attacking. I don't have it in me to go for disadvantage yet.
I was just gonna say, never mind, go for it.
So that's 8 damage. You were gonna say what?
8 damage, don't worry about it.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go for my bonus action attack because I'm frenzied. Does a 19
hits.
That does 8 damage as well. I'm only rolling 8 damage tonight. That's 8 damages in a row.
All right, you swing your battle axe, and remember what Ian said, and this time you managed to hit it both times.
Hey, yo!
Next up in initiative is Blink Dog 2, which I believe is this one that's just hanging out. It is going to give the help action to Ian by running up to him and sniffing the dog treats in his pocket enthusiastically. The adorableness of this exchange makes you feel inspired, as if you will have advantage on your next attack.
Heck yeah.
Next is Blink Dog 3. Blink Dog 3 is going to lunge and try to attack this Displacer Beast. A 7 does not hit. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. They're like so intimidated by these big beasts that they just simply cannot hit.
They were bred to fight these beasts.
They're little babies.
Well, one of the
little babies.
one of the blink dogs is severely injured in Essie's arms.
All right. Next in initiative is Ian.
All right. I believe I'm gonna move first. Oh, sorry. Can I come like straight past Floor and this blink dog?
So you can, however, you will provoke 2 opportunity attacks. Because this beast's threatened range is 10 feet, so from here to here is 10 feet. Okay. You will pass through this one's threatened range as well to move there. So if you move there, you will provoke 2 opportunity attacks.
Then I am instead going to just move the 20 feet over here.
Oh my god.
So if you shoot from there, you will have disadvantage on your attacks because of the trees.
Just kidding, I'm standing still. I am going
If we're saying advantage doesn't stack, does disadvantage stack?
So Ian does not have disadvantage on any attacks.
Oh, because of his true sight, right?
Yeah.
So I am going to go ahead and cast...
I tried to help him.
I appreciate it.
Attempt was made.
Hail of Thorns, which is going to...
How many d6? Is that 2?
It's 1d10.
Okay.
So I will cast that.
I'm having flashbacks to Gris.
I don't know why it rolls.
So Hail of Thorns is on your next attack. You will do extra piercing damage.
Yeah, I didn't mean to roll. I just wanted to do the cast slot so I could switch back over. Okay, so then I'm going to once again aim at Displacer Beast 1 with my longbow. So I am going to roll.
So I would say you were given that just as a method of whatnot, you were given the help action for this turn. Advantage does not stack. You have advantage on 1 roll from a health action. I would say since advantage doesn't stack, I would go for Displacer Beast 2 because you're going to retain advantage on Displacer Beast 1 as long as it's in that area of effect for Fairy Fire.
Okay.
And Rosalie and I kind of have it boxed in a little bit.
Then I will do that.
16 does hit, but you should re-roll to see if you crit.
Get higher. 26.
Is that a crit?
No, I was at 18 plus.
A 26 does hit, though.
Yeah. Okay, so then I will do my damage, and then I'm going to add on my Hail of Thorns. So here.
And the Hail of Thorns is what, a DC 13 dex save?
I need to double check. So that's 6. Yes, it is. It's 13 dex save.
And what happens on a successful save?
I get to do an additional 1d10 of damage.
On a successful save?
Or, sorry, a successful save, nothing happens. It doesn't work.
Okay, so it rolled a 19.
Okay.
So you are...
Oh, no, sorry, it's half as much damage. I'm reading. I've learned to read.
Alright, so you go ahead and shoot the arrow. You watch as this cascade of thorns goes around the creature, but it's strange. You don't seem to have any effect.
Interesting.
I'll keep casting them spells, but they ain't working,
6.
Bexy.
They're working, with the exception of that one.
A lot less, though.
Yeah. About half as much, if you had to guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Almost like they're resistant or something.
Ian,
It's almost as if.
do you have anything else? Do you want to have... you already used your bonus action, didn't you?
Yeah, but Aspen can still move, but you can control him if you want.
Right, Aspen gets to decide what Aspen does. You cannot take the command action. Aspen is gonna go ahead and attack this Displacer Beast. Can you roll an attack for me, please?
Yes.
I'm saying Aspen decides what Aspen does, being the one deciding for Aspen.
Aspen rolls over on Ash for
absolutely kill. Yeah. Aspen wants pets.
Aspen said
so
20.
You gotta roll with disadvantage for
Okay.
Aspen.
I desperately want to know what Ian's baby voice for Aspen is.
A 12 does not hit.
Okay. Baby.
All right, next up is Whisper. No, next up is Displacer Beast 2.
Displacer Beast 2.
All right, Displacer Beast 2 shoots out a tentacle, latches it onto who's in my range of attack. So this is its furthest point. Why is this so hard for me? It's going to shoot out a tentacle to Aspen and a tentacle to Vesper. The first one's going to attack Aspen.
This might knock Vesper.
But
well, what's Asper's AC? Aspen's AC.
Aspen's AC is 14.
So the first tentacle does not hit. It sort of gets like tangled in Aspen's like very thick fur. And you watch the Displacer Beast like really tug its tentacle out of this tangle of fur. Like Aspen might need to be groomed, but he hasn't taken any damage.
Oh, bless that thick coat.
This one's going to attack Vesper. Vesper.
Oh no.
How much HP do you have left?
11.
Did it hit?
Yeah, it hit.
Oh, did you?
For even with shield, like, is it not worth casting shield?
It's not worth casting shield. How much does shield raise your AC by?
5.
What's your AC right now?
21, 20, it'd be 22.
It's not worth casting shield.
Okay, well, I appreciate you telling me that. I'm at 10.
Right, so it does 15.
You didn't have to tell me that, so I appreciate it.
15 damage. Its sucker digs itself into you, and you all watch as this creature not only knocks Vesper, but their little body goes flying through the air as the sucker withdraws. Vesper, can you roll a d20 for me, please? All right, and then can you roll a d8 for me, please?
Are you deciding what direction they fall?
All right.
Tell me where to go, if you'd like.
1, 2, 5. Vesper gets thrown here. You watch as his little body gets caught in a tree. He is unconscious. They definitely need some medical attention. However, Vesper, your turn is immediately after this. Can I get you to roll a death saving throw, please?
Absolutely, you can. So close. 19.
Oh, you were so close. All right, that is a success for Vess. Next is Displacer Beast 1. All right. It shoots out. Well, yeah, it shoots a tentacle out at Rosalie.
Displacer 2 or 1?
Displacer 1. Displacer 1. The one directly in front of you. Does a 10 does not hit, does it?
No, it does not.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes, a 22 hits.
The tentacle latches on to your neck, and you can feel like this like burning, sucking, ripping feeling as it pulls back away. You take 12 damage.
Oof. All right.
Next up is Blink Dog. Blink Dog 1 is going to lunge to attack. Ooh, hell yeah! Does 20... At 22 hits, it does 3 damage. It sinks its teeth in, and it gets kind of like shook around a little bit. But you can tell that this Displacer Beast is on its last legs. It is heaving to breathe. It's letting out this horrible mewling, hissing sound. As Essie, it's your turn.
That's Displacer 2. Who's
Displacer
doing that?
1.
That's Displacer 1.
Displacer 1.
I'll finish it off, hopefully.
How's Displacer 2 looking?
Displacer 2 isn't looking great, but it's looking considerably better than Displacer 1. You're really the only person who's been attacking Displacer 2.
I'm presuming Essie watched as this Displacer knocked Vesper a new one.
Yeah, you absolutely saw. It was hard not to notice it because his tiny body just went flying through the air. They were definitely screaming at some point.
Quite dramatic.
couldn't even have time to do the gesture for shield. Just like,
yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna try something, and you tell me if this is possible, okay? And I will roleplay it out to make it fun, okay?
Okay.
I already hit with my rapier and my dagger previously, and I'm assuming it has not moved, like, since
it has not moved
on the map. I want to see if it is possible, and I might need to roll a strength in addition to push it as I'm stabbing it with my rapier back into the cloud of daggers that I still have going, so it can get extra damage.
Okay.
And I will say, Essie sees her friend thrown into the trees, and for the first time, she goes emotionless completely.
Ooh.
Absolutely no hint of drama, no expression on her face. She just, everything is still, and she just thrusts everything into this attack.
I got chills.
Oh, I got chills, dude.
I will let you use your offhand attack to make a shove attack, because I think that's sweet.
Okay. Cool.
Hang on. Let me real quick. I want to say that a shove attack.
It's up to DM discretion, so just let me know.
I want to say that shove is opposed athletics check. No, that's a grapple. I
have no clue.
Must be no more than one size larger than you. That's fine. Must be within your reach. You make a strength athletics checks. Okay, it is opposed athletics. So you have to roll an athletics check. I am going to set. If you beat this creature's athletics check by more than 5, something very cool will happen.
Can I ask for my blink dog to use a No, that wouldn't make sense. Never mind.
That dog is out.
That dog's out. That wouldn't make sense. Okay, let me see.
Well,
please. If anything is to get it at 20, please. Am I still attacking with my rapier?
Yes.
Well?
So let's have you roll the attack action first.
Okay, rapier and dagger, or just rapier?
Rapier. Your offhand, which is what you would use your dagger for, is going to be the shove attack.
Okay, cool. I'm hitting at a 24.
24 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
4 piercing damage, and then it's an athletics, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you what you're gonna have to beat first, or do you want to roll yours first?
For dramatic effect? I don't want you to tell me yet.
Okay, go for it.
Oh no!
Does it happen?
Essie.
I think something cool is about to happen.
You lunge forward, your face set in a perfectly straight line. Now, a couple things happen as you take your offhand, the one holding your dagger, you spin the dagger around so its blade is facing down. You take your forearm and you put every single ounce of disappointment, anger, self-hatred, the love that you are finally learning to feel for other people, the love you're finally feeling from your friends, and the just emotionless rage that you felt at seeing Vesper's tiny, limp body fly through the air, and you shove this creature as hard as you can. You feel just the softest cat fur meld against your arm as you shove. I'm gonna need you to do a couple things for me. First, I need you to roll damage from that cloud of daggers.
Oh my god!
First, I'm gonna need you to roll damage from the cloud of daggers, and then I will narrate what happens next.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I do believe you might be about to kill this thing.
9 slashing.
So first you shove this creature. I'm gonna need a dex save from you because you are moving forward as you shove it.
Fair. Okay. That's gonna be...
You're totally fine. So you shove it and you watch as it sort of loses balance. It falls backwards through this cloud of daggers. You watch the daggers pierce through its skin, and then you watch it continue to stumble backwards. It doesn't just stop at this cloud of daggers. It falls into this pond, and you watch as its entire body vanishes beneath the surface, as if this pond is endlessly deep. There's a scent on the wind of ethereal flowers. You can hear singing and calls in Sylvan just for the briefest of moments as it disappears.
Fleur immediately goes, "Let's go!" Let's go! And Fleur looks at Essie and goes, "We're going to the gym together for sure."
Leslie, you are next.
I am going to try to go immediately to Vesper. I think I'm within range.
So if you do that, you will take an attack of opportunity from this Displacer Beast.
That's fine.
Okay. Does a 21 hit?
A 21 does hit.
You take 9 damage as you try to leave. This tentacle lodges itself back into your skin. You manage to pull away to get to Vesper, but you are bleeding.
Okay. And then I'm going to cast 2nd level Cure Wounds by touching Vesper. I'm going to cling onto... Is he still hanging on the tree?
So his body has sort of dropped from the tree, and you can see that they are bruised. There's all of these sucker marks from the tentacles all over their body. But you can see that he is... Though he is dying, he is unconscious. He's not quite dead yet.
Okay.
Their body is, like, on the ground, though.
Oh, okay. So either way, I'm gonna just kind of brush the hair from Vesper's face and just kind of cast 2nd level Cure Wounds and say, "I'm so sorry, Vesper. I'm so sorry." And oh fuck, can I use my inspiration for that or not at all?
Bardic inspiration?
No, my inspiration from last time.
Yes, you can use your inspiration from last time.
Oh wow!
It's a huge different, excellent use of inspiration, Stace.
Alright. Vest, you get 19 hit points.
Oh, yeah.
Holy fuck.
Lovely.
And that will be it for my turn.
All right, next initiative is Fleur.
All right, I'm gonna try to hit that one.
A 15 hits.
A 15 hits. 10 damage.
You bring back your great axe and swing, and you cut through just like sinewy tendons, thick black fur, actually making contact, and then this creature lets out another roar. You can tell that it is very close to dying, but it's not quite dead yet.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to try and hit again.
Go for it. An 18 hits.
Mm-hmm. Another 13 damage.
You cleave through this creature and watch it crumple. Its tentacles go loose and limp. Its eyes close. And it's dead. You all exit initiative.
Fleur immediately hugs Essie. Dog sandwiched between them.
The blink dogs around you, you watch as they all fade. Again, you hear the soft sound of Sylvan singing just for a moment, and only Ian, Essie, and Rosalie hear this as they vanish, leaving you in this clearing with the body of the Displacer Beast.
Does the one in Essie's arms vanish?
The one in Essie's arms remains.
I'm
it watches the others vanish and lets out a little whimper, but then leans its head back against your chest.
Aww.
And again gives you a little lick on the chin.
I think that's yours now. There's like still hugging you.
Yeah.
Face is so close.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
The dark
Essie's leaning in,
guys.
Yes. I think that's yours now.
I think he is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like go away from Fleur for just a second, like still hugging, but like making room for my good boy. And I'm gonna say, "Good boy, Macbeth."
Oh God.
That's good. That's good.
The irony.
Macbeth closes his eyes and snuggles up against your chest even more. You're now out of initiative. What would you like to do?
I think Ian's gonna run to Vesper.
Yeah, if Vesper regains consciousness, right?
Vesper's
Are we considering, me stabilized? Okay.
Yeah, you regain 19 hit points. So you are now at 19. You are conscious. You awaken in Rosalie's arms. She's looking down at you, like her perpetually alarmed expression, even more concerned. Her long hair is kind of like tickling your face as she just whispers an apology to you.
Rosalie's just crying and puts her glasses up on her head too as she's looking at Vesper.
I sit up like on my elbows and something. And I was like, it's all right. You did your best.
Are you all right?
it.
Are you all right? And Rosalie will hug Vesper.
There was nothing you could have. It's okay.
She'll like look back at him again and like kind of touch his chest and all over just to make sure like all of him is there.
Ow.
Sorry. Okay.
I just imagine Ian running while y'all are doing this and going, "How is he? Are they okay?"
Fleur is also screaming, "Are you good? Feeling all right?"
I'm
Rosalie
not
will
that
just
far
get out of the
away.
way.
You do not have to scream.
Rosalie will just get out of the way
And I'm sitting.
offer a hand to Vesper.
I'm assuming we're all running over to them.
Yeah.
All right, so you are leaving. You're gonna run over here.
I was gonna say, like, I think Fleur walks over and just makes sure that Vesper is okay, and then says, "I'll handle the pelt and the head," and then heads back over the Displacer Beast. Just
Terrifying.
get it started. Someone's gotta do it. Someone's gotta do it.
Ian's gonna like look a little disgusted by this, and then kind of just like nod, and then suddenly,
you want to do it, Ian?
No, I don't want to do it. But now we don't get 2 rewards. The other one vanished into the pool.
Shit.
Although that was sick, Essie.
That was, yeah. You know what? It was worth
With that, can Rosalie walk over
What
to
did
the
Essie
pond
do?
and make a perception check? Oh, sorry.
Vesper, we will do a dramatic reenactment in the car for you.
I
was
don't need a
sick.
reenactment. I just need the facts.
Essie like bam with a rapier, and then with her other arm, they push this beast, massive beast, by the way, you got hit,
sick.
into the cloud of daggers, and then suddenly it sunk into the water. No, somebody was singing, I don't know, and then it just vanished.
Rosalie, can you give me a perception check?
Things.
Yeah.
And you have advantage on this check.
Okay. And
Ooh, that's 2 bad rolls.
Rosalie, you look into the pond, and the first thing you notice is that it emanates heat, almost like a hot spring. The second thing you notice is that this pond is maybe 2.5 feet deep.
Oh.
At most.
all right.
Can I sort of follow? Because I'm guessing from what the ranger told us and from what Giannis told, like from the warnings we've gotten, this is another creature that's been sent back to its plane.
Yes.
Fair. That at least I do. I like go next to it up.
Just check it out. Ian's still dramatically telling the story as you walk away.
No, I listened. I said, I knew Essie was strong.
Rosalie's gonna nudge Vesper and just be like, yeah, Essie pushed the beast in here.
That's really cool, but I don't see it. So I'm guessing these pools are if it's non-Feywild beings that are being warned to not go in, the Displacer Beast is I'm guessing it was like the other thing, like the Boggles sent back to its plane, like the Eldrin sent back to its plane. I'm glad we have at least one piece of evidence that something is dead instead of just gone. But that's just a personal preference.
Sorry. Speaking of which, Fleur, I'm not going to narrate this because it's a little much for me, but I do need you to roll a survival check.
I'm not great at that.
No.
It's a 17.
Fleur, you managed to skin the creature and collect its head. You can't get it to fit into your bag of holding, but you
I didn't want to.
remove like a large scarf from your bag of holding and managed to kind of make like a makeshift backpack almost to hang it over your back.
That poor scarf.
Rosalie,
I'll get someone to prestidigitate it.
you are standing at the edge of this pond. Vesper, do you continue to stand there with her, or do you kind of go to look at the body, or?
I will go up to Fleur, seeing that she's sort of wrapping up the more gruesome bits. Probably
There's like a skinned giant
I'll go up to
body
Fleur
there,
to like
but
sort of try maybe not investigate, but just like learn more about the essentially mirror image and like the ability that it had that made it so hard to hit.
Can I give a help action
take
to
damage
Vesper
from
for that?
spells?
Yeah, let's call this a flat int check.
Happily.
And I'll help you if you need it.
As you do that, Rosalie.
I did not. That's not 20.
Yes.
That's 25.
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Okay, I'll start by narrating Vesper. Vesper, you sort of do your best to do some arcane research on this creature. You cast a couple of cantrips, you sort of get close to it, you inspect its muscle structure.
Detect magic without needing anything, so I can do that if you'd prefer.
Yeah, you can detect magic.
Sure. It mostly just does it. You see a faint aura around any visible creature object in the area that bears magic, and learn its school of magic if any.
So, as you all know, because I made it clear in my rulings right off the bat, nat 20s only matter in combat.
Yeah,
however,
cool.
On occasion, when I feel generous, I will honor a nat 20 check on something.
They feel nice.
Vesper, you discover a magical secret of the Feywild. Once per day, once per long rest, you can cast mirror image. Let me check. Hang on. You can cast mirror image as a level 0 cantrip using a bonus action.
Go off.
Dope.
Okay, sis.
Thank you, Denny.
You're welcome. That is me honoring a nat 20 because sometimes you gotta.
I appreciate that. You didn't have to, so I genuinely appreciate that.
I'm putting that on the timestamps.
I've opened like my this bestiary that I've started keeping and starting to take like preliminary notes and field notes and sketches of like, this is scientific process, people. It's only science if you write it down.
Rosalie, you are standing at the edge of this pond. Its faint glow illuminating your feet and the grass that you stand on. Essie stands a few feet behind you, sort of in conversation with Ian, maybe. You feel in this moment, this is the first real privacy you've gotten. You're an introvert, and you live with Essie, who is your friend, but you know, you love your alone time, and you can't help but feel like something's watching you from across the pond.
Blech.
You glance up, and as you do, you hear a little noise, the rustling of something small in the underbrush, and a very familiar sound. You want to roll an insight check with advantage for me?
Yes.
Go off.
You hear crying. Not of a human or of any kind of humanoid creature, but it reminds you of when Dracula got caught under the fridge one time. Scared, lonely, cat noises. Do you go towards them?
Yes, which direction? Across the pond?
Yeah, you can probably just go around this pond here to the left, through this sort of trees and underbrush. All right, you follow this sound and push away a cluster of leaves and see in the bushes, refusing to put pressure on one of its little legs, a tiny black kitten with long, thin tentacles emerging from its back.
I had a feeling about this.
And large, pleading amber eyes. As you approach it, it looks up at you, sits down, still not putting any pressure on its front left leg, and meows at you. And as your, long skirt sweeps over the grass near its feet, it takes its one good front leg and attempts to paw at your skirt playfully before falling forward because it can't use that other leg.
Oh, hi, little guy. Oh, Rosalie's gonna kneel down and kind of make herself smaller. And she's gonna try to touch the paw that's injured and cast first level Cure Wounds on it.
Yeah, go for it.
And heal it for 6.
You cast Cure Wounds, and the kitten sort of tests its paw. It still seems reluctant to put any weight on it. Like, it still hurts, but it doesn't seem that it is gravely injured in that leg anymore. You think maybe a vet would be able to help a little bit better. But you do that, and you go to remove your finger, and it catches the tip of your finger between its tiny little teeth and lets out like a little play fighting noise, like, "Arr!"
I'm gonna die.
Oh my god. Is it like suckling?
You do feel it begin to suckle on your finger.
Oh,
I had suspicions.
So did I. I was like, 2 of them?
I will
The
hold
dots.
my rations out.
Connecting.
What do you hold out ration
Oh,
wise?
I'm just holding my rations. I think I
like
have no
gas
idea what's
station
all
beef jerky or something.
Yeah.
maybe some cheese.
Pretty sure we canonically said combos.
Yeah.
I feel like Fleur probably like gave everybody a little bit of her corn nuts except for Ian, because Ian hates corn nuts. So you might have like 3 or 4 corn
It's
nuts
just
that you didn't have.
It's a medley.
Mix-up. Yeah,
It's a little medley.
Yeah.
A little
Couture mix, if you
what is
will.
it? Not a charcuterie. Actually, a little charcuterie board.
But only gas station food.
Charcuterie.
Yes,
But I'm gonna try-
charcuterie.
Like Havarti cheese and the toughest salami you've ever.
I'm gonna try to coax it a little closer.
It approaches you, sniffs your hand, and like wrinkles its nose like it's not really interested in that food. But as you're careful not to move, not to frighten this kitten away, it bats all of the food out of your hand and then shoves its head up against your hand.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna rub do the thing that Dracula likes and rub its cheeks and kind of inside the ears.
It flops right over.
Oh.
So it's lying down with its head in your hands.
Oh. Can I just scoop up the kitten?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'll scoop up the kitten and I'll turn around and cover the kitten's eyes from the body. I just realized the giant Displacer body.
That's probably
the kitten is too distracted by attempting to bat at the like long point of your ear emerging from your hair to notice the body at all.
Oh, okay, thank goodness. And so then, yeah, I'll just like cover it up with, I'll kind of hold it with my skirt, actually. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You could also take off the jean jacket that you're wearing if you wanted to and wrap it up in that.
Oh, yeah. And so I'll walk back over to where I was here.
So Rosalie emerges from the bushes. Vesper, you glance up from your newly acquired magic research to see Rosalie emerge with her own little pet. It seems that the dorm room of Essie and Rosalie is going to be very crowded because wrapped in one of Ian's old jean jackets is a tiny displacer kitten that's become fascinated with Rosalie's ear and appears to be trying to bat at it like it's some kind of toy.
Rosalie's gonna look over at Essie and be like, do you think we can sneak these past Margaret?
What is that?
You know what? They both kind of like move around. So I feel like it'll be okay. I feel like
I go and like tentatively look at it in Rosalie's arms, see how cute it is, and go, I can cast invisibility on them.
Fleur goes, all right, I never want to be the rational voice. And then she points to the skinned body and goes, it might get that big. I'm not saying don't do it. The invisibility will definitely work.
Wouldn't
I'm
you
just
rather
saying,
have it on our side?
Did we just?
Oh, 100%. Ian, don't even think about it. No.
Mm-hmm.
It's Dad?
Don't think about it, Ian.
Mom?
Ian, this specimen...
Well, technically, it's not an orphan because one of its parents is in somewhere.
One of its parents is Rosalie now.
Rosalie's just gonna have her necklace amulet and playing with the kitten in her arms.
The kitten's like batting at it, like trying to grab at it with its teeth. It does the thing where it tries to catch your wrist instead of the toy because it's like gotten wise to the game, and then gets distracted by the amulet again and goes back to like trying to bat at it.
I'm in love with this kid.
Fleur walks over to Ian and puts her hands on his shoulders. So she's like reaching up, looking up at him.
What?
And she goes, Ian,
Fleur?
I know you're about to freak out about this. This is part of what we have to do. I know you don't like it, but you know that this is what we have to do.
Wait, question. Is Fleur covered in blood?
Fleur is covered in blood. She's got like sucker marks all over her face. All of you are looking worse for wear. Except for Aspen, who just kind of looks like he was like brushed in the wrong direction.
Now that I've walked back over, I probably like try and find my hat on the ground and like dust it up.
Ian's really have full health though. Like I only got hit once, so I just have suctions and blood, and everything else I'm good.
Ian's gonna like take one of your hands off of his shoulder, like disgusted, and he's gonna be like, I understand that we had to do it for Dean.
Yes,
Madrigal,
I know. Do you want to?
Twig.
She got mad at me for calling her that. Did you know that?
Her name is Madrigal, and it's weird, and I'm going to say it now.
Yeah, well, just be aware.
However, we do have an option. And Ian walks over towards the pool. He stays kind of back a little bit, and he looks into it, and he kind of turns towards the party and is like, if that Displacer Beast is the kitten's parents, then couldn't you put the kitten back in and it goes to its parent?
He does have a point.
You can try.
It also may drown the kitten.
I'd encourage you to try.
He also just looks at Rosalie, like understanding the bond that a person makes with an animal and how quick it happens. And he kind of like absentmindedly is gonna like scratch Aspen's ears as he kind of says all this.
Ian's got a point, Rosalie.
I mean, can't we see if it's safe first?
Well, I'm not going in there. Everybody says a surefire way for me to die. So y'all can.
The only people
not squishy
the
human.
only people who can or should seem to be I guess you and Rosalie so far, but I have a strong reason to believe that this leads back to the Feywild. It would have more room to grow and run and not be stuck indoors all the time as contraband on a university campus.
You could maybe visit. There's that. I guess there's some sort of Feywild entrance on campus if those boggles were there.
Essie's gonna for a second go over to Rosalie and kind of squeeze her hand and be like, just say, it's ultimately it's your decision.
My decision. And Rosalie looks at the Displacer kitten. And she will use her last first level spell slot to do another Cure Wounds.
Aww.
And healing it for 7.
You think that its health is full. Again, it seems like that one arm still hurts.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like maybe arcane healing can only go so far, and it does need some kind of specialized care.
Okay. And before Rosalie puts the kitten down, she's like, "But it's hurt."
You say that as you put the kitten down?
I'm almost putting the kitten down. I'm like, but
maybe we could make sure it's not hurt and then
we're gonna come back. We gotta go back to school though.
There's other portals to the Feywild.
But if it's parents there, I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Didn't Nave Burns say that they were changing the spots of them? There's no way we'd be able to find another one. This seems like the opportunity if you're gonna send them back.
Rosalie will put the kitten down and let the kitten make its choice.
Rosalie, the kitten steps into the water. It's about half an inch deep where it steps in. Immediately hisses at the contact of the water on its fur, turns around, jumps back out, claws out to claw its way back onto your shoulder. And
I do believe the cat is yours.
The water from its splashing touches you, and you feel like it heals you a little bit.
Oh.
It doesn't seem to you that this is a portal to the Feywild. In fact, can I have a history check from everybody here?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Vesper,
No rolls today.
Nave told you all that these pools are points where the space between the Feywild and the material plane are thin. Almost like transitionary planes, but are not in fact portals at all.
Wait.
Sure,
Something
then
else
I share this.
happened.
I go back at my notes and I say that, and I these are the portals and list the ones that they told us about. It's but the pools aren't that. I don't know what they are, but they're different.
Theoretically, Vesper, you know that where points between planes are thinner, if something that has its origin in the plane dies, say a boggle, or a Displacer Beast, could get sent back by passing through this transitionary plane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But creatures that are not capable of humanoid level of thought are unable to control when they open portals at these thin points. It's sort of like a...
So there's no way... I would know that there's no way to know whether it is alive or dead or whether it made it back to where it's from.
Exactly. And I'll also give you, because you read all of that stuff about Displacer Beasts, you know that Displacer Beasts don't really raise their young.
Mm-hmm.
Once their young are fully weaned, their young move on. There's no real genuine parenting connection between...
Wow, they suck.
Well, it's like regular cats.
Displacer Beast and I have that in common.
Yeah, once you were able to eat solid food, you were like, see you later.
It's like, bye, Mom, bye, Dad.
Little knapsack.
Upon the
I share this.
okay. Upon the you said the water kind of made Rosalie feel a little good, right?
Yes.
And remembering what Navern said, I'm going to just scoop a little water and flick Essie out with it.
Essie, you feel where the water touches those suction marks, the skin begins to heal.
And then I'm going to look at Essie and look at Ian in Elvish.
Make Elvish eye contact with Essie and then flick your eyes to Ian.
Do I understand their Elvish eye contact? I speak Elvish.
I also speak Elvish.
It's the cultural communication. So it is cries in Spanish is not actually you're crying in Spanish. There is a cultural communication going on here.
Yeah. So it's like Parisian French versus Quebecois French.
No. It's
but that's what I think.
This hand gesture makes something. Yeah, it's like pointing with your lips. This hand gesture means something specific.
The dots are connecting.
Okay. It's a cultural communication.
Yeah.
I'm making a note every time you say the dots are connecting.
10 minutes of Victoria saying the dots are connecting.
Also, Vic, I need you to know if I could give you the opposite of inspiration for daring to compare some kind of function in my world.
French is awful.
No, to French in general. First of all, my family's Quebecois. Watch your fucking mouth.
I know, but Quebecois
you know
French
how I
so
feel about
awful.
France, Vic.
I know.
Okay.
So after
I love it.
reveals this information about Displacer Beast not raising their young, Ian's gonna like kind of just look at Rosalie and just be like, I'm sorry, I was so wrong. And then just kind of turn.
The cat hisses at you. Its fur is so wet. It looks really uncomfortable. It's like standing on end. It's like it's up on Rosalie's shoulder, having like clawed its way up her sweater to get there, and is like arching its back at you. As if it knows you were the one who suggested that it like get in the pond.
Wait, can I use never mind.
Are you gonna use speak with animals? Is that what you're gonna say?
I was going to, but I didn't want you to be mad at me because Vic just did that whole French thing.
No, you can. I'm mad at Vic, not you. If you want to speak with animals, you can.
Can I use speak to animals to make this cat realize that I am a kind, gentle presence?
What do you say to this?
Ian can do it.
Okay.
Rosalie's gonna flick some of that water at Ian's face.
Ian, the water touches your face. It drips down to where some of the suckers connected with your skin earlier, and you feel the skin begin to knit back together and heal.
That's for Fang.
I thought this was supposed to kill me.
Water's not supposed
you just
to
flooded at me?
I don't.
And then Rosalie looks back at us.
Rosalie, you're wearing watch the cat in my jacket.
Ian,
why aren't you okay?
on having an entire conversation.
And he pulls apart like the part of his shirt that the Displacer Beast ripped, and he's like,
"Why are you okay? Why?"
Oh, Ian, are you
Flick Fleur? Is this a lie? Is this a government conspiracy?
I'm trying to see who I'm.
Is it a government conspiracy?
Can I go up to Fleur and sort of also because she's shorter than Ian and sort of like pull and like get her attention and like grab her ear and go like the others don't know, but like it isn't it maybe like is he an elf or a half elf, but like he's adopted? Like,
I think it's time. Vesper, good point. Fleur looks at Ian. And she goes, "It's time, don't you think?"
You're right. And he turns back to Rosalie, and he uses speak with animals to tell this cat that he is deeply sorry.
What do you say to the cat? Say it in first person. Because if you're having a conversation, if you're casting speak with animals, we're gonna have to go all the way. There's no half-assing this shit.
I can do it. Hi, I'm really sorry that I told Rosalie. I don't know if you know who Rosalie is yet, but who you're standing on right now is
my
Rosalie?
mama. That's my mama.
Oh my god.
Big boys.
I told her that she should put you back in the water so you could go back to your other mama.
Why?
I just thought it was best. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I just was putting my experiences and placing them onto you, and I apologize.
Mean boy water wet.
No. I have treats, and he pulls out a dog treat from his pocket and kind of like offers it.
The Fang, right? That's its name.
It's a work in progress name.
So the kitten kind of tentatively sniffs, tries to take the treat out of your hand, and it's far too big for its mouth, so it spits it out and goes, "Trick, mean boy, trick."
No, not trick. Ian's gonna literally bite off a piece of it with his own teeth and give the bigger piece down to Aspen, and then take the smaller piece that he bit off and hold it out to the kitten.
The kitten.
While this is happening, Fleur looks to Vesper and goes, "I'm trying to get him to tell them." And he's talking to the cat.
I just thought maybe you would know something more than
the kitten
rest of us do.
Takes the treat in its mouth, chews it thoughtfully, looks at you, goes, "Okay, Dad," and then hops off of Rosalie's shoulder, lands spryly on all four paws, actually leaps off of Rosalie's shoulder, lands on Aspen's back, and says to you, "Big me."
Me.
Ian's gonna look down at Aspen and be like, "You good,
Aspen
brother?"
is like totally stiff, like eyes wide, looking at you like, "What do I do?"
Can I extend speak to animals to Aspen to be like, "It's chill, it's good." It's
Sorry,
good.
so like
Aspen, it's okay. It's good. This is friend.
Black squirrel.
Black
Black squirrel, jump.
Small dog friend.
Small dog friend, baby.
Small dog baby friend. Good.
Love?
Good.
Love,
Love.
baby.
Love baby.
Love, baby. Love Ian. Ian.
Baby.
Ian, love Ian. Best friend.
Oh.
Ian love Aspen.
Aspen, love Ian. Aspen, love baby.
Aspen love baby.
Oh.
And Ian's gonna crouch down and like scratch Aspen's ears and then reach out and try to pet the kitten now that it's on top of Aspen.
The kitten lets you pet it for a moment before leaping back onto Rosalie and like clawing its way up her shoulder.
Oh my
Ian
god.
just nods and is like, your cat thinks I'm
Love big me. Love dad. Love mama.
Aspen is a big cat. Your mom. I'm dad.
Rosalie turns beet red and says, "Is that the important thing Fleur said you needed to tell us?"
It's not. Essie is behind
No,
Ian.
it's not.
So Rosalie can see Essie, but Ian cannot, and she's going.
Fleur kind of elbows Ian and goes, "Do I need to say it?"
I told you I don't want us to.
We have to at this point. Do you not trust them?
I do trust them. Okay, fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm adopted.
Really nuanced, Ian. Thank you.
I don't know what
Oh
else
my
to
God.
say.
Okay, so
Claire's not my real sister. I'm adopted, but like we were raised together. I don't know.
I'm not your real sister?
Well, like you're not my like blood sister, but yeah, you're my real sister. Don't get it
Yeah.
twisted. You're my real
Don't worry.
sister.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I was just joshing.
Rosalie raises her little hand as you two argue.
Fleur goes,
gonna
"Yes,
just kind of
Rosalie?"
cover. We kind of knew, and Rosalie's gonna look at Essie.
How'd you
Even
figure it out?
Barney
How did
knew.
you know?
Essie's
Yeah,
just gonna
that's
go.
new.
We've been talking about this like the whole time.
So
About
you
us
guessed
not being
that he was
related?
adopted?
I wouldn't have flicked the water if I thought it was gonna hurt him.
But how did you figure it
That
out?
has nothing to do with me being adopted. I'm still human. You still could have. I don't know. I could have disappeared.
No, I mean the pools are more dangerous for humans. I didn't know you were adopted, but congratulations.
But I am human.
Yeah, we're both human. That's kind of the thing.
I think that's kind of something we can explore at this point.
What we need to explore is that face that you made when you attacked that Displacer Beast. Are you good? Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but Essie, as Ian asked you if you're good, your phone chimes.
Oh. Let me pull it out and check.
Oh, we got service out here?
Shocking.
Everyone else roll to see if you have service. Different people have different service. For instance, Essie uses Dash, which has notoriously bad service everywhere, but the places it absolutely should not have service, where it gets like 4 or 5 bars.
Are we just rolling a straight 20?
Yep.
Oh, just 20. I got a 13.
You have Horizon. You don't have
Horizon.
I got
so
16.
Both Ian and Fleur both have Horizon Sending Network. Vesper, you also have Dash. So you still have service out here. And what did you get, Rosalie?
3.
Rosalie,
network.
You have. Hang on. I'm
Kraylin's Tangerine.
No. You have light. You use Light Hut network. Notably, only works on Kraylin's East Coast. And in the city of Eylas. Other than that, you have no goddamn service whatsoever.
Alright, cool.
That's amazing.
So
it works in Aquara and Eylas.
Essie, you have a little notification.
Check my phone.
Hey Essie, you down to get some pie at the diner in 2 hours? I'm off work then.
Guys, are we gonna be back in like 2 hours?
We can be. Why?
Back to where?
Fleur's like perked up. Why?
Because motel?
I want to like hang out with a friend.
Who?
Wait, all the way back? We can't be all the way back to the school in 2 hours.
No,
the
motel.
Motel, Ian.
Can we go to a different one, by the way? But yeah,
all our stuff's there.
Oh.
At least have to pick it up before we go to a different one.
Yeah. Essie, do you know this person?
Yeah.
Like, have you met them? I don't think you've been here before.
What do you?
Because you haven't been here before, and like, how would you know someone that lives here? You haven't met them.
Well, it's like Huck's like my best friend.
Okay. Okay, I totally trust you. Can I come to the diner and sit in a table next to you just in case Huck is mean?
I thought you couldn't go to diners because they were so traumatic.
Can we all go?
I'm a
little hungry.
Why are diners traumatic for you, Fleur?
Well, you remember Garrett?
Yeah.
Our breakup? I might have initiated it at a diner. I might have thrown a milkshake at a window. I might have broken the window.
I lean to Ian and go, I knew that.
You heard that too? Really?
So, are you all headed out of
everything.
the forest?
Yeah. I feel like we're talking about this as we're heading out.
Yeah.
There's like carrying ahead.
Go ahead.
Before we go, does Essie have like a canteen or like a water bottle?
Water skin, right? You probably have a water skin.
I have a water skin.
You have a water skin in this world. It is in fact a like heavily branded as BPA free plastic bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Nalgene.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna do the same thing. Could I also get my water skin?
Yeah,
that's why
you have an Nalgene.
Yes.
Ian also has an Nalgene. Fleur, you have one of those like squeezy. It's in this world. It's called hang on. Arcana Aid bottles. That they gave you on the athletic team. Vesper, you have a like old-fashioned water skin that you acquired at the local Renaissance Festival.
Oh, that's iconic.
Oh, hell yeah.
God, he would.
Absolutely, I do.
You all head back to town. You meet up briefly with Knave, who pays you the 1,500 in exchange for proof that the Displacer Beast is dead. When you tell her the other Displacer Beast vanished, she just sort of shrugs and lights another cigarette. You all drop off your things, change your clothes at the motel, and then head to the diner. It takes a little bit of time to find. It's not actually called the diner, but apparently everyone in town refers to it as such, as there's only one diner in this sleepy little town. It's sort of old-fashioned 1950s style. Neon lights up around the side, a big sign that says soda fountain over the door, and a wall of glass windows that looks out over a cracked parking lot. You all roll up and go to walk through the door. The name of this diner is Greasy Greg's Gobble Hut.
Just before we go in, I want Fleur to grab Essie really quickly and go, we're going to sit at a table right near you. What is a safe word that I can come and get you if you need me to? Fleur's like, she's like, Cammie's gone. She's not having another one of her friends get hurt.
Bernadette Beaters.
Okay. I don't know who that is, but yes. Okay. So if you say Bernadette Beaters.
I'll show you some. Oh my God. They're amazing. I'll go. We'll fix that later.
What's Craven Cinderella called?
Amberella.
Fleur will be like, I think that's like an actress that was in like a movie that I liked once when I was a kid called Amberella, but she played like a villain.
As you talk, you swing open the glass door to this diner, and a little bell chimes, and in front of you stands a human man, probably 25, 26, in like a little paper hat, a striped button-down shirt. He's got like the first like 3 buttons undone. He's got kind of like another 5 o'clock shadow. And as the door swings open, he goes, welcome to Greasy Greg's Gobble Hut. How can I help you?
Hello.
You have a party of 5?
We're looking, there's
and
a
a
party
dog
of 4
and
at one
another
table.
dog. And
Yeah.
are these all familiars or,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're looking, there's a table of 4, and then one of our friends is meeting another friend. So we just need, I guess, 1 table, but maybe 2 if their friend isn't here yet.
Oh, should you text?
Oh, are
friends
you
here?
Huckle's friend?
Yeah.
I was almost convinced you were fake, but you know, it's good to see that you're real. That's great. Yeah, come on back. We've basically every table's always empty. Can I get you something to drink to start?
Could I have
Have a strawberry milkshake.
Okay, strawberry milkshake,
Oh my God, great idea. I want a chocolate one.
chocolate milkshake.
Probably
And
a
then-
bad idea.
I'm going to look at Essie, and does Essie have any we just came from battle. Does Essie's clothes look all right?
You all
Like,
went and
all
changed very
changed.
quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to
Changed
double
and
check.
showered and stuff.
Cleaned off the blood.
I just wanted to make sure my girl
Put
was looking
concealer
okay,
on.
meeting her
Did we
friend.
use the tub in the middle of the motel room?
It was gross.
So you all put in your orders for various milkshakes, and the waiter kind of gestures to some tables with a stack of menus. You can see the back of a curly head of hair with a baseball cap on, and in one of the booths. He goes, "Oh, heads up! Here at Greasy Greg's Gobble Hut, all of our milk and dairy products are made with non-cruelty products. So these are going to be like blended soy tofu shakes."
That's cool.
Awesome. If
And I'll
you
take one.
are into the murder of helpless creatures, we do have a very limited ovo-lacto list, but you know, do you want fries for the table or anything?
Hell yeah.
All right, awesome. Just sit wherever. I'll see you because again, There's literally two groups of people here. He sort of glides away, and you realize that he's on a pair of roller skates.
Oh my god.
What do you guys do?
I feel like Fleur goes, Essie, lead the way, you sit down, and then we will sit, like, right by you.
Gotcha. That'd be real obvious.
Okay. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah,
I don't care.
Go further.
Why don't we just sit with them? There's
I need to
nobody
be
else
able
here.
to hear. Do you want us to sit with you? Or do you want to just meet him yourself?
No, I want to meet them myself.
Oh, that's what okay. You got it. We'll sit near you then.
Essie is kind of gonna like straighten themselves out and like very genuinely excited to meet Huck and like kind of like Huck!
You scream Huck, and the person in the booth turns around. They look to be about your age, with pointed ears, sort of medium-toned skin, a curly head of hair. Again, baseball cap kind of seated at a semi-awkward angle. Thick Coke bottle glasses. A Band of Bards t-shirt, graphic tee, tucked into a pair of khaki shorts. Not actually khaki shorts, I'm sorry. Long khaki pants. It almost looks like he's wearing like a pair of sweatpants or something underneath the khaki pants. But he spins around and stands up. He's about 4 feet 6 inches. And goes, "Are you Essie?"
Yeah! And Essie's gonna run over and like the biggest hug like ever.
You kind of scoop
lift him
him
up
up
off the ground.
And as you do, he leaves behind his shoes. In his shoes are little styrofoam inserts to make them fit correctly, because you realize that your friend Huck has hooves. Huck is a satyr. There's a little hole cut out in his pants for his tail, which wags excitedly as you lift him off the ground, and he goes, "I can't believe you are real. My mom thought that you were gonna be a murderer who was coming to kill me, so she's the one who suggested that we meet at the diner, but I'm so glad you're real and you haven't murdered me yet." And he like gives you just the tightest hug possible.
I would never murder you, Huck. I didn't tell my mom about you because she would make fun of me, but I'm so glad you're real too. It's been, oh my gosh,
I'm so excited to meet. Okay, so hang on. And he sort of like wiggles out of your grasp, steps back, sort of like pushes some hair out of his face, straightens up, holds out a stiff, awkward hand, and goes, "Hi, my name is Huckleberry. It's so nice to meet you."
Essie puts out her hand, goes, "Hi, I'm Essie Hepburn. Nice to meet you."
He like enthusiastically shakes your hand and then looks around you to your friends and goes, "Is this the adventuring party you've told me so much about?"
Yes, it is. Essie's gonna go through every single one of you guys.
Fleur matches the energy.
Okay, so this is Fleur. She's super duper cool.
Hello.
And she likes to bedazzle things. And this is Vesper. Vesper's really, really smart, and they also almost died today, but
I like your hat, Vesper.
We'll talk more about that later,
you.
Huck.
I like your pants.
Thank you. I got them on sale at I get them at Azur's children's outlet because it's just cheaper to buy kids' clothes, but you know. I mean, you would know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's my favorite place. It's the only things. I still have to hem them quite often.
Yeah.
But it's doable.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's nice to meet you, Vesper, and Fleur, and who else? Sorry, Essie.
No, you're good. You can interrupt me.
This is so cute.
This is Rosalie. This is Rosalie. Wait. This is Rosalie.
This is Rosalie? I'm like, he's like whispering, "That's Rosalie.
That's Rosalie."
He like, again, straightens up and kind of does like a really awkward bow, seems to realize that that's supremely weird, sticks out his hand like mid-bow to you and goes, "Hi, Rosalie. I'm Huck. Essie told me so much about you. They told me how you're their first friend they've ever really had, and that she loves you so much, and she wants you to like her so much, and sometimes she's worried that you don't actually like them because, like... No, they didn't tell me any of that.
So hi, I'm Ian.
My twin brother.
Hi,
And
Ian.
kind of bends over to shake Huck's hand.
Huck shakes her hand really enthusiastically.
And then he just kind of points over and he's like, that's my dog Aspen.
Hi, Aspen. He, like, extends his hand to Aspen, and Aspen, just knowing precisely what he's supposed to do, sits and extends a paw to shake.
Oh! What a gentleman.
I'm glad he likes me. I'm pretty
King
good
of
with
manners.
animals. I got it from my mom. She's the vet here, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we own the pet store, too.
Is it far from here?
No, it's like a 2-block walk.
Oh.
Yeah, it's, well, there's...
You might have to check that out.
Yeah, we do, like, she does, like, magical creature stuff because there's a lot of, like, animal companions for the rangers here. And just a lot of, like, wild animals in the forest. That when they get hurt, they bring them to my mom. I'm studying to be a vet like her.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Huck's like really smart.
Hell yeah.
I'm not that smart.
We're not smart at all. It's fine.
Do you think she would be able to help with? And I don't know if the cat is still with me.
The kitten is actually just, like, balled up in the pocket of your jacket and sticks its head out when you mention it.
Could you help with? Do you think she could help with this?
Oh, sir, what is that? Oh, is that a Displacer kitten?
Yeah, remember how I texted you asking if you knew anything about displacers? We kind of went into the thing and we undid that. And it was really, really, like, intense. And Vesper almost died. And I pushed one into a pond.
Essie did the coolest thing.
It was so cool.
Essie, dorm room volume.
Yeah. Concussion adjacent sound sensitivities, please.
Okay, so that sounds so cool, but Essie, that means that I have to ask a follow-up question, which is that where you got the blink dog that's, like, tied to you, or?
This is Macbeth!
He's so cute!
I know! Okay. Hit your mark. And he's gonna...
Oh my god! Not the stage cues! Bye!
And I'm gonna see if he's can sit down.
Your blink dog is not very well trained yet, and looks at you for a moment. And as the waiter sets down all of these milkshakes, it does just shove its face directly into your strawberry milkshake and begin to drink it.
We're still in rehearsal. So.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sure my mom can help you with that too. Do you want to? We can go now. We can get our drinks to go, and
or you guys could stay and enjoy your time together, and we can walk over. You said it was just 2 blocks, right?
Yeah, but so if you go without me, my mom will charge you.
Oh yeah, we're students.
And if you come as my friend, she'll do it as a favor to me because she loves me.
Okay, fair point. Just didn't want to crash your party. I know that you guys
Your mom is so nice.
She is. It's okay. My shift at the animal clinic starts in 30 minutes anyway, so.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of time to see you, but I wanted to see you on my lunch break because I didn't know if we'd ever get this opportunity again.
Oh my god, I love him.
Well, Huck, I want us to have more opportunities because, like, you're really cool. And, like, I think it's, like, it'd be super cool. Like, maybe you could come and visit me at Eylas. And, like,
I love that. I love that for sure. Mom's a little weird about us leaving, anything from the Sea of Trees. But maybe, yeah, it'd be nice.
I play lacrosse. Like, you could come to a game. I could comp you tickets.
That's too
Or does not know how tickets work.
It's too violent for me. I can't.
That's fair.
I can't watch
That's
lacrosse.
why I think it's fun.
Huck's a pacifist.
I'm a pacifist. I'm a druid. So.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ian's a ranger. It's not the same thing, but it's like likes the earth.
It's kind of, yeah. Let's get our stuff to go and we can talk on the way.
Yeah.
George. The waiter like comes roller skating backwards with a very bored look on his face. Are you done? Yes, Thor. Thank you for the food. It was delicious as always. George is like,
So you're not Greg?
I'm sorry. Do I look like a guy named Greasy Greg?
Touche.
Essie's gonna look up and down at him and not casting vicious mockery, but made as well. Go. To be honest, you do look greasy.
It's okay, guys. Dorothy he's nice. He just likes to act mean. He's dating my sister.
Oh.
And so they're like, okay.
Yeah, Boise. Short for
Nothing
Boysen.
the nose strip can't.
Sorry for boysenberry?
Well, our last name's Barry.
Oh, so your name's Huck.
Huckle. My name's Huckle.
Barry.
Huckle.
My last name's Barry.
Oh, I misunderstood. Okay, cool.
Yeah, your sister Boysen. Oh my god, how is she?
She's good. George won't admit it, but he's gonna propose to her in a couple of days. George like rolls his eyes and goes, "Okay, kid, your meals are on the house. On me. Get out of here. Don't tell your sister that."
Oh.
I'm obsessed with it.
Thanks, George. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks. Well, she has to say yes for get out of here. Get out of here. God. Huck leads you all down the street. A couple of blocks, you pass by sort of buildings covered in moss with these sort of wood siding walls and arrive at a cute little vet clinic. The front of it appears to be a pet store selling anything the pet owner might need: beds, collars, brushes, food, treats, toys, full cat trees, everything like that. Big bags of catnip. And as you enter, the door dingles and a satyr woman in blue scrubs pops her head out of the door that seems to lead to the actual clinic portion. Just a minute. Oh, Huck. Oh, yeah. Hi, Mom. This is my friend, Essie. She's not a catfish. They're real.
Hi, Dr. Barry. I have heard so much about you. Huck just raves, and, I'm just so glad to meet you finally. Oh. We've been talking for, 10 years now? Oh, my gosh. So,
Yeah, no, it's very nice to meet you as well, Esty.
Also, your present to Huck for their 12th birthday was just magnificent. Hit the nail on the head. It's exactly what they wanted, and they were so happy. And I just think you're a really good mom. And I really like hearing about how well you treat Huck.
Oh my god.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, sweetie. I'm very glad that you're real. Thank you for being such a good friend to my Huck. Oh, who's this? She kind of leans into the dog, still kind of curled up against your chest. This is a Blink dog. Macbeth, that's a very sweet name. Well, hello, Macbeth. How long have you had Macbeth?
About 3 hours.
3 hours, yeah.
Oh, so does Macbeth have his shots, or? We can't hear you.
Which shots would he need?
Oh, well,
just assume Macbeth has nothing.
Okay, well, I'd be happy for a friend of Huck to get you all set up with that, and maybe with a collar too, and I can go ahead and chip him while you're here. And she kind of looks past you to Rosalie. Rosalie, you still have the kitten kind of bundled up in your arms, and she goes, and who's your friend?
This is my roommate, Rosalie.
Rosalie! Huck's actually mentioned you. I get a daily Essie update, and have for the last 10 years. Good to know that you're real too. Can I ask about your little friend?
Yes, I believe it's a kitten. I'm not too sure how old, but I think they're injured.
Okay. Well, do you mind if I hold it just for a second?
Yeah, Rosalie's just gonna extend.
She picks up the kitten, looks at it, and goes, well, This is a female displacer kitten. She looks to be between 6 and 8 weeks old, so if you're going to be taking care of her, I do recommend that you bottle feed her. She's a little young for us to be able to give her all of her shots, but I can get her started on the age-appropriate ones if you want that. And I can chip her while you're here too, and I'd be happy to do that as a favor for Huck as well.
Thank you. Could you check her front paw? I believe it's the left one.
She kind of wiggles your kitten's front paw, and the kitten responds by chomping down on her finger.
Oh.
And she giggles
I'm so
and goes, "Oh, it's okay. You know how many times I've been bit by things worse than this." Yeah, no, I can absolutely check that out. It looks like it might have gotten a fracture that wasn't set before it was healed, but I can totally fix that. Super easy. Do you two mind if I bring them back? Maybe you two can pick out some things from the gift store you might want?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Rosalie's gonna look to Vesper and be like, "Hey, Vesper, do you think this is considered towards our quest money?"
I'm not sure. I'm not sure you're allowed to have it. So I'm not sure if you want a paper record.
A paper trail.
A paper.
No, you did get 300 gold each, though, right?
Yeah,
and keep that. Did we decide?
So I can comp the collars.
Yeah, we keep the 1,500.
I comp the collars. So anything else you'll have to pay for, but I can give you the employee discount, 50% off.
Essie is gonna go for a little high five.
He does you both do a flawlessly executed handshake because you've been talking about what you would do and planning it over messages for years.
We've been planning the choreography for 10 years.
So you watch as Dr. Juneberry attaches a little temporary collar and leash to Macbeth, and still is holding the kitten with one hand. And as she goes to leave, she goes, "Oh, and that is a beautiful Saint Bernard."
Ian looks up and he's like, "Oh, thanks. I bandaged him earlier myself. He got bit by Macbeth, but I think he's good. I've been bandaging him for a while, so."
So, because Macbeth hasn't had all of his shots, do you mind if I take your friend back as well? Aspen, do you mind if I take Aspen back as well too? I can just give him a quick booster on anything that could be potentially transmitted by an unvaccinated canine.
About that, let's say Aspen disappeared at one point and then showed up further away and didn't run there. Would that be an after effect of being bitten by a blink dog?
Well, I've never heard of it, but honestly, most of the blink dog bites I see are on people. It could have an entirely different effect on dogs. I'm not sure that's something I could fix. I was talking more about diseases and.
Oh, I was just asking because I didn't want you to fix that. I thought it was kind of cool.
I'm not sure I could if I tried.
Oh, but yeah, a booster's fine, and I can pay you for it.
Oh, okay. That would be wonderful. You'll still get a discount, though. Don't worry. And my hands are kind of full. Does he come when called?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, come on, Aspen. Aspen trots after her, limping a little bit on his leg.
Why did we all just do that in sync?
Yeah.
And you are all left in the store. So, is there anything you guys want to buy while you're here?
You have animal medical. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. I just want to see if there's holy symbol collars.
Fleur goes, anything you want bedazzled, I can do it. I'll just do it.
Roll a religion check for me. Ian, what did you want?
Any medical kits that you could carry with you for your pet?
There's a big box full of animal first aid kits. It's a display.
Perfect. Can Anne go check them out and see how much they cost?
Yeah, absolutely. One of these will ring you up 2 copper.
Okay.
5 of them will be 8 copper. So buy 4, get 1 free.
Okay, perfect. And we do get to keep that gold. Want to do that?
Yes.
Yeah, we get to keep the 1,500 and split it 5 ways,
Yes, correct.
Okay.
right? As
perfect.
they're looking around the store, Fleur
can-
kind of sidles up to Vesper and goes, thank you for bringing that up out there. Sometimes Ian needs a push.
It seems several people seem to know more about Ian than the rest of us, and I told him I didn't mind that, and I don't, but I figured you would know, and it seems there's just,
No, and that's the thing. Ian and I have been kept in the dark our whole lives. We don't know anything. And I'm starting to find some things out, but I can't say anything.
Okay.
Rosalie rolled a 17.
Rosalie, as Ian and Fleur and Vesper kind of all go and do their own thing, you and Essie begin to check out the selection of collars to see what free collar you'll be choosing. You do see to the left of the collars on the checkout counter is a little wicker basket. In the basket is a can labeled donations for the Church of the Lady on Fire. And next to it is a series of pamphlets about how loving your animal companion can be an expression of the goddess's passion, and how caring correctly for your animal companion can be a form of worship. Next to that, kind of shuffled within the pamphlets, are a set of collars. There's about 8 of them, all identical, all emblazoned with a little symbol of flames kind of going around. They look like they were like hand woven or something. It's a little hard to tell. But as you pick it up, you notice that on the little hook on which you would hang tags, there is a little orb of pulsing light, a little glass ball that lights up more as you touch it.
Essie, I think I like this one.
Rosalie, that is literally the cutest collar ever. Can you imagine little Fang with it?
Do you want the kitten and Macbeth to be matching?
Are they going to be best friends? Like us?
And is there any like charms that have like best friend too around? Yeah, should I roll something or should we both roll?
I want to find a best friend charm.
Roll a perception check. Okay. We're gonna call this a DC 10. You got a 25. There is a rack of those like souvenir keychains and jewelry that are all animal themed in the corner, sort of by the door. You approach and you find that one whole side of this rotating cube is dedicated to best friend necklaces. There are several options, all of which are animal themed. One shows one half of a cat's face and one half of a dog's face, saying best on one side, the friends on the other. The other is what appears to be 2 paws holding each other that says best friends. There's a classic heart-shaped one that says best friends, but underneath the best and the friends, there is a little imprint of a paw print that's been sort of sliced in half by the breaking point of these 2 necklaces. And there's also one that says friends for life, with friends on one side and for life on the other.
Oh, Essie, I don't know if it'll work for Macbeth and the Strahd. I don't know. I'm figuring the name out.
But it could totally work for us.
Oh, okay, you want to? Which one do you want? I kind of like the heart one or the for life, but I don't know which one you want.
I love the heart one with the little paw.
Okay, you want to be best?
Okay, and you can be friends.
And so yeah, Rosalie's gonna grab that and bring that to the counter as well as the flame collar.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I want to see are there any like theater or bard themed charms that I can add to, because I want Macbeth's collar to match Fang's or Strahd's.
There is
Working title.
a tag machine next to the collar section where you can print a name and address and stuff on different shapes of tags. And there is one that's shaped like a star.
Oh my god!
my god.
Oh my god! Yeah, Essie's gonna on the star-shaped one print Macbeth, and then do playwright Essie Hepburn.
Love that.
You're right.
There are also heart-shaped tags if Rosalie wants to get one made for...
Yeah, I'll get the heart-shaped one.
Do you choose a name?
I guess it's gonna be Strahd. Gotta stick with the theme.
The vampire theme.
We're really just out here naming pets after villains.
Just the darkest.
Print a tag for Strahd on a little kind of pinky red tag, and you two go to kind of ring up your stuff. You do pass by like there's some cat beds, dog beds, cat toys, dog toys. If you want to grab any of those, you can grab a leash too. So just come up with a list of what you want and let me know when I check you out. But as you two look at your options, Vesper, Huck kind of sidles up to you. You just broke away from your conversation with Fleur, and he goes, so I like your style, as I was saying earlier.
I like yours. I think it's very sensible.
That's what I was going for. Diffuser, because I don't always want to have to put on the waterproofing like lacquer on my horn, on my hooves. But I was wondering, so far I have one friend, and I was wondering if maybe I could have a second friend, if you'd want to be friends with me. I know Essie is really into the IM stuff, but I've been looking for a pen pal in letters, and I'm not trying to make assumptions, but you seem like a lettered kind of person.
Not at all. That's a perfectly valid assumption to make, and I would love to. In fact, and I conjure Tiny Quill to show him.
That was so cool.
It can write with any color, and it can look like pretty much anything.
You are so rad. I'm so excited that I have a second friend now.
And can I go as a friend, can I pick your brain about something? And then I want to like accost him with a series of questions about like the chip for the animals, being like, so how does extra plane, like multi-dimensional chips work? Like, what's that technology like? Because I'm like, because you said you were also studying this, right?
So it's an arcana chip. And what we do is we imbue it with certain magical qualities. It's like how some magic items never run out of a charge, right? So this one has an infinite charge. It takes actually quite an accomplished caster to do it. I just learned how to do it.
Like, it's very cutting edge.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so
they go off on like kind of a tangent, the two of you bouncing back and forth. At one point, Huck reaches into their book bag and he hands you a fat textbook. It's not anything you've ever seen before, and you realize that it's only half textbook. The other half appears to be novel. It's a strange hybrid of the two. It's a story peppered with information, and Huck goes, I actually have like 4 copies of this because they were required when my mom was in school for druid craft, but they're not actually published anymore, and you seem like the kind of person who could use this. This is a copy of All Magical Creatures, Great and Small. It's sort of a compendium of domesticated and wild magical beasts, and I thought it could be interesting because you have 2 friends who are going to be raising magical creatures, and that can be kind of complicated.
This will be very useful.
Yeah, so I thought since we're friends now, you could have that. I also wrote my address on the inside cover if you ever want to send me mail.
Thank you. That means I won't lose it. That's very useful.
Yeah. So, it looks like Effie and Rosalie need me to ring them up. But it was really nice meeting you, Vesper. I'm so excited. I have 2 friends now.
You too. And I hold a hand out for like a.
They shake your hand super enthusiastically and give like an awkward sort of formal half bow again, and then seem to realize again that it's out of place.
I mirror the half bow. I'm like, is this what we're doing?
They get really excited and
completely genuinely, not mocking.
Mirror your half bow back.
Oh.
Again.
I love this NPC so much.
Dude, these bows back and forth for a good 45 seconds, and then it's only when Huck realizes that they have the social conformity of bringing someone up to do that they break it off. And he heads back to the checkout counter. Ian, I believe you were the first to check out.
Yeah. I am gonna get 5 of those first aid kits for the canines. And then I think Ian has also picked up if the DM will allow it, one of those ranger packs that you put over dogs' backs that have the saddlebags.
Absolutely. In fact, for a small upcharge of 2 silver, which I know sounds like a lot, right? Up to a full cost of 1 gold piece, we can make that a dog backpack of holding.
I would love one. My sister's always had a bag of holding, and I've been so jealous.
Okay, awesome. So actually, normally this would be 17 gold, but the thing is that we don't sell these very often, so I'm gonna charge you 1 gold because
Are you sure?
Yeah, your roommate is now one of my best friends.
Ah! How did you know we were roommates?
Because well, okay, so there.
You told him.
Satyrs have a really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
He's so dumb. I love him.
I don't remember telling you that. Okay.
Your receipt prints off.
Oh wait, I wanted to see about something else. If that's
okay. Yeah. Sorry. What's else?
This is kind of weird, but do you guys carry lip spackle healing?
Well, so what we carry is an off-brand. It's. Hang on. It's called Walter's Wasps.
Oh, Walter's Wasps. Okay.
Oh. It works the same. It is more expensive because it's all organic and everything.
No, that's perfect. What flavor is it?
Well, we're actually out of all the flavors. We only have plain flavor, but it is tinted.
Do you have untinted?
We have a beige tinted one that might show up as untinted on you.
That's perfect. I'll take. How much are those?
Well, those are gonna be a gold each. We do sell a lot of those.
I'll take 5 of those.
Okay, awesome. So it's gonna be 5 gold plus 1 gold is 6 gold plus 8 copper is 5 gold, 8 copper plus the boosters on the vaccines. Let's call that a silver. So it's going to be 8 copper, 1 silver, 5 gold.
8 copper, 1 silver.
Wait, 6 gold. 6 gold.
6 gold.
Yeah.
Ian slowly pulls out this little pouch he's got that's probably very dirty and very small, but now very stuffed from their bounty. And he just slowly counts it out, and then he's like, "Did I do that right?"
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
He rings you up. He prints out his receipt, your receipt, and goes, "Do you want your receipt?"
Do you have a recycling bin?
We do something a little special here with receipts that you don't want.
What do
you want it?
No.
He just shoves the receipt into his mouth and eats it fully.
Ian's a little taken aback, but he's like,
we're satyrs. Nice. We can kind of eat everything. In fact, we perform a composting service for the town because we eat other people's garbage.
Oh my god.
That's so sustainable. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, so the thing is that it's what most mimics our food on the Fey Plain, which is where we're from. The door to the office swings open, and Dr. Barry stands framed in the doorway looking very serious. That is where we will leave back off. We will be back next week. Thank you so much for joining us on episode 7 of the campaign 2 of the
Tabletop Tavern.
Thank you so much for joining us for episode 7, campaign 2 of the Tabletop Tavern. I have been Jenny. These have been my lovely, wonderful, talented, beautiful players. We will see you next week. Until then, stay frosty. Take care of each other, be good to each other, and love on your pets. It's one of the best ways to express the goddess's passion.
Next time on Tabletop Tavern.
No. It has been a long time since I drank an unknown substance holded to me by a teenager. Don't feed that dog pastries. Harriet's got Macbeth like in her arms and is halfway through like shoving a croissant into his face.
Don't do magic right now. You're supposed to be resting. I need to take care of you.
They're cantrips and I'm okay.
It's called the Bofkin Bee Company. It is of Cammy, grinning, with her cheek pressed up against the face of a little elven girl.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Tabletop Tavern ALSU. Remember, you can tune into episodes live as they premiere over on Twitch on Monday nights. If podcasts are more your speed, please check the description box below for a link to find Tabletop Tavern on your favorite podcast platform. While you're down there, don't forget to check out our other socials for extra credit. I hope to catch you around campus sometime, and go Griffins!